And now you can actually do the proper recount because everyone can actually hear you.
So yeah, last session the group went on a bit of a run to the various things, and everybody managed to come out alive, which was fairly surprising for what they thought and how shittily they rolled on a couple occasions. But yeah, they came out with a varying amount of gold items, warpstone, and a magical bowl that helps with poison. Mange and his little buddy Skitri hauling a harp all the way back to the base and up their stairs to go into the room that they share. And then this session is going to be a bit of a film since Siegfried couldn't make it and they're planning on attacking a base, so they wouldn't want to do that without everybody present. So for today we're going to be taking a little trip over to the Black Pit settlement, which is like this little shantytown, smuggler's town kind of thing that has built up out just outside of the city since the meteor hit the place, and is full of various lowlifes and the sort that are kind of profiting off of more time without actually going into the city proper. So it's the best place to find somebody that I can call in picture, especially somebody skilled. Unless you want to just wander the streets and hope.
I'm sorry, I didn't even say anything, but Findragon just said beach episode.
Yeah, unfortunately there's no beach near Mordheim. It'd be like a few months of walking to get to a beach. Well, probably like a month total. And I don't think anybody would want that episode of Mange around.
The metaphorical beach episode.
Yeah, just like Mange walking up in a bikini.
Alright, so if we have any artists in chat, I demand to see that, or you are fired from nothing but shut.
Or I will continue not paying you.
Get
right,
Alexandria Janice in an even skimpier bikini. Perfect idea.
You're getting the Rule 34 artists. Alright.
Yeah, that would go straight into the NSFW channel. Thank you very much.
We don't have an NSFW channel.
Oh, I'm talking about my server, you bitch. Oh no, please don't. I don't need any more of that. We don't need to give Alexandria that chance. Please, no. If you want that shit, there's a fucking smut server on Reddit for Warhammer porn. Go over there. Keep it out of here. God damn.
$5.
Anyway. My
So,
throat.
yeah, you guys were planning on going out to find a merchant. So now, the thing is, you have a few choices for how you wanted to get over to the settlement. You could just kind of hop the walls and then walk, but that would leave you with you'd have to cross the river. Or you could try and find your way through the sewers, but that could be a very windy route, and there's no guarantee you could really find the way. Or you could try and maybe walk along the wall, jump over the broken ass bridge bit, and kind of do that. Yeah, it's up to you guys really. There's numerous ways you could go. You could try and go over the river bridge, but apparently there's a bunch of trolls, so it'd probably not be the best idea.
Mange is going to prefer the sewer route for obvious reasons of being Mange.
Yeah, so the sewer route is probably probably the second safest if you don't count trying to swim across the river, but it's also probably the most likely to get lost in, because you don't actually know how the sewers work. So you don't have a map of them. You know how they work. They're fairly simple.
Sewer goblins, yep. Does anybody else object to that one, or?
Let's go sewering. Hell yeah.
I don't know. I think river.
Rowan's gonna take a drink of that bowl. He knows that.
Yeah.
That's like the poison
with that
resisting?
bowl, yeah, I think you test when you drink it when you first drink from it. Yeah, do DM check when you drink it and whenever the protection is triggered. Yeah. Head out. Rowan just empties his canteen into this bowl and drinks. It's like a fairly. It's like a bowl that's so it's fairly awkward to drink from.
What did the bowl do again for myself who forgot and everyone
else? It gives immunity to poison and disease, including magical ones, for 24 hours.
Alright. You know what other games have sewers? Literally every single other fucking game in existence. Try again, you bitch.
Except that most they don't go in them.
Hey, at least
On
we're
a
not going
daily
to a water
basis.
temple.
He's trying to make a Skyrim joke.
Or have
Water
sewers?
temple.
The entire chat has just turned into Todd Howard. Hey Finn,
used to
any
be an
any
adventurer like
any
you.
mention of Skyrim or Todd Howard is an insta timeout for 10 minutes. Thank you very much, Finn. I appreciate it. I must suppress the insanity.
There you go.
So yeah, are you guys gonna
Yep.
try and find your way through the sewers then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sewers.
You bring any of the
Fine.
NPCs?
Let's get lost in the sewers.
Considering it's the sewers and they're gonna be really cramped, I actually think we're probably going to leave Punk behind.
Yeah, he would not want to go crouching through the sewers.
Yeah, so he's gonna stay behind and defend the base.
Well, we're all dead.
Get Scratch is gonna come with me.
Basically, that guy is just our rock right now. We can't survive without him.
And there's also, since you're going there, Jill would probably be interested in joining you. He's got some business that you could do over there.
Alright. So the Vampire Thrall and Skit Scratch, basically. We're not gonna try and get Mama to come along. Unless
Yeah,
she
she-
really wants to peruse the sewers.
Yeah, you've got like 6 people at the base, or using like 2 toilets. So yeah, they got plenty of ingredients.
I mean, there are other things in the public sewers.
But they've also like torn down several sections of the wall and like planted weird mushrooms and things. So yeah, the basement is not a fun place to go in right now since Mama moved in.
In case you're wondering, Mama, the one we're talking about is this dude Skaven that's for some reason named Mama, who currently lives in our basement and is basically the closest thing to an apothecary, except with a lot more shit as ingredients. So,
Yeah, so the potions work, they're just very unpleasant.
That's Skaven magic for you.
But yeah, what is your guys' plan for finding a way through the sewers? They are fairly maze-like, and a lot of it has collapsed.
So, do we have anything in great enough amount that isn't valuable that we could use to mark our path?
How about we just hug the right wall?
All more time. Hug the right wall.
You hug the right wall. Just...
Hug the right wall, wind up coming out in the Temple of Mor, get insta-stabbed by everything.
You hug the right wall. This is
He's just fucking around.
like 8 days later, you emerge, find yourself in the town.
Try and survive.
Alright.
Yeah, so there's probably like mutants and other Skaven down there that you could ask. You do have a resident Heavens mage who might be able to help in some way. You could just try and like keep generally in that direction and hope for the best.
We'll ask Skaven and whatnot.
I think we'd have fun just going and hoping for the best.
Fucking fine. Do the thing.
This is basically, do you want to like roll a persuasion to try and get them, roll a survival to find your way? It's like, what skill are you using and how are we flavoring that?
We are flavoring it with the smell of dung.
Well, that's not a flavor, that's a smell.
Yes.
Do we have like mini maps or crude maps of Mordheim? Like,
Yeah, you'd have like a map of roughly this quality somewhere in the house.
so if we eventually like popped up every so often, could I use like general lore to possibly say, oh, okay, we're here or something
Yeah,
like that?
that would be a way to kind of like keep an eye out as you go popping up every now and then to keep you on track. That'd be like the main person would do a survival, but you could help with general lore.
Sweet.
Then again, there's the possibility that when you pop your head up, there's just a giant gargoyle there ready to just bash your head back down.
And that's
Well,
where
yeah,
we're
but then you voluntarily just go back down. And close the lid.
And there's in this game, multiple people can help with things. So like Alexandria could try and like ask directions as you're down there, if you wanted to try and help out.
Yes, I could.
So, yeah, anyone wants to help with the role, you can do that, and then the main person will be rolling survival.
Considering my charisma, I would harm rather than help. So,
Considering my charisma, I would just absolutely plow.
No,
Yeah,
considering Alexandria's charisma, she would harem
One.
rather than help.
I would say phrasing, but I know that's your intention. So,
Exactly.
bitch.
Yeah, probably the best thing to hear would be like whoever has like the best intelligence and or has survival as a skill would probably be the best to lead the way, and then the others to help.
I do not have survival as a skill.
I do have intelligence.
I have the lowest intelligence probably of the party because I have 9.
Yeah.
Well, Rowan, I guess you're going.
All right. Do you want me to roll?
Well, Rowan, you'll be leading the way, so how is Maine and Alexandria going to be trying to help? If they are trying to help.
I have detection, so I can see if I can make sure that we don't run into.
Yeah, so you could like, keep an eye out for traps, like probably like make markings on the wall, kind of scratch something onto the wall. You
Yeah.
have to make sure you double back on yourself. So yeah, you can roll that.
Could ask directions when we come
Great
upon
success.
people.
So great success, so you'll give Rowan a +2. And then Alexandria, yeah, you can roll a persuasion or what, whatever kind of thing you want to do for like asking directions.
Damn.
Great success.
All right, +4 then too.
Yep.
Okay. That was
Okay.
+4, so I think I'm 7 out of
That's
20.
a lot of great
out.
successes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you guys
want to
go
get
along.
there.
Right over there.
We want to arrive now.
We
Yeah,
go.
turn up the house. Go down the back.
We all take the house, just lift it onto our back, and bring it through the sewers somehow.
Shove it down the manhole. Shove it
Yes,
down.
as you guys start living through the sewer,
We
you
should
cross
just
the-
take our house and push it somewhere else.
You come across
Okay,
the
Patrick.
mutant or Skaven or whatever, and Alexandria like checks in with them, sees the direction, and they kind of like point generally in the right direction or give you some short directions to the bit that they know. Like they guide you along, combined with Main kind of keeping an eye out, making sure you don't double back on yourself. You just manage to not run into anything and eventually get your way out. See, you got great success. This will be a fairly direct route. Yeah, so you guys are down in the sewers for roughly 14 hours, probably closer to 15. And you kind of reach an end of a tunnel and you come out and pop out, look around, and you see the South Gatehouse ahead.
Thank goodness, man's feet hurt.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
been pretty much a full day that you've been down in the sewers. So you'll reach the Black Pit probably like late evening.
I'm getting very tense right now. I hope there's some decent people around here.
Oh, there's no decent people in Mordheim.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you guys exit out the South Gatehouse. Thankfully, probably the safest gate in Mordheim, since the Black Pit is right there, and they have an interest in keeping that clear. You guys head through, and actually, you probably use the road. Yeah, then over.
Another 3 hours, dear lord.
Yep. It's a big place. So, I've got my cat on.
We go across the settlement in another 2 hours. Go all the way to the
Yeah.
back, come all the way out, decide to take the scenic route all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Just drop by the pit, go over here. There.
Yeah, Mordheim is a fairly big city.
Yep.
Yeah. like almost a full day to cross it.
Hence why it was not completely and utterly just obliterated by the fucking giant ass.
It's just like if it was flat ground, you could walk across it in about 4 hours. So that is a pretty big fucking crater that would swallow most villages. Yeah, so just like an idea of scale for this map, like that's the size of a fairly large village.
Yeah, you're getting just 4 hours there.
Although you can't really cross it because it's a big pit with very around it. So yeah, as you guys.
So it's the medieval equivalent of New York City.
This isn't even the biggest city in the Empire. That's Altdorf. It's like twice this size.
It's the equivalent.
Fairly large city.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, so you guys
or
follow down the main road.
Actually, more accurately, probably fucking Detroit.
Become human. Detroit becomes Skaven.
No.
You guys follow down the main road, and then after a bit, you see the like not really a road, more like a path beaten down by feet and carts and stuff going past. So it's the makings of a new road. You follow that up to this what would almost be a shanty town, but it's strangely more permanent than that. It's not like houses, like some of them are like kind of leaning awkwardly made out of like corrugated iron and bits of wood that people strap together. Some of them almost look like actual houses as you walk in. So it's this weird mismatch of various things, and there's all different kind of architecture around. There's some very short buildings that are presumably owned by dwarves, and very large ones that might belong to like orcs or maybe even ogres. You guys start walking. Well, and are you guys gonna like start looking for your blacksmith now, or would you want to like find somewhere that you could rest first? Because it's fairly late, it's probably like nearing midnight by this point.
Mange's feet tired. Mange wants sleep.
Go on, look for a good old inn.
Yeah, you guys go looking around for a bit, and eventually you would find one that you assume is an inn, as it has a symbol of like a haunch of meat with a bite taken out of it over the door. No name, but then most places don't bother with names, as most people can't read.
True.
Especially these kind of peoples.
What do you mean, these people, Zach?
Skaven, poor people, smugglers, criminals.
Hey! Mange can read! That's a bitch!
He just points to a section of wall that someone like scratched bitch into the wall. Probably it's more like a bit because they messed up the H a bit.
Ain't only have 9 intelligence. He not that dumb.
Yeah, so you guys see this building with the haunch of meat things. Like there's like big shutters over the doors, but you can hear like some like talking on the inside. So presumably there's people. The door is.
Oh, I make a big entrance. I make a big those little through those little tavern doors.
Roll for performance.
Roll performance?
Yeah. There's no actual performance skill, so I'd say persuasion fits. Natural 20. Go. Almost the exact opposite. So how does Alexandria go through these doors?
I just basically kind of... You ever seen those old Western movies where they slam open? It's like that, except instead of seeing a cowboy, you see this bombshell of a woman that instantly gravitates your...
See, some bitch slams the door of the bar.
Yeah, so you like thrust the doors and make sure that they hit the wall to make a sound to draw everybody there. And she steps in just as a fairly fortuitous gust of wind comes in, kind of blows her hair around. She steps in and you see what is most definitely like the seediest of bars. is like tables, some of which are clearly have been broken and then roughly repaired by jamming some nails into them, like bits sticking up everywhere. You can probably quite easily get tinnitus in this place, and the clientele look fairly similar. Like most of them look like they've had their noses broken at least 5 times. And they're primarily human, but you see a small mixture of the other races. And it's like basically everybody just turns to look at you as you come in. You hear a crash as like somebody flips off of the table and somebody roars. But nobody even looks that way as they all look over to you. And I don't know exactly how like Alexandria would take this, but you'd definitely be intimidating with all of these guys staring at you. There's probably like 20 or so of them in there.
Well, yes, for a normal person, but I'm a Slaneshi cultist.
Sneezing sucks!
That was a sneeze.
I was trying to suppress the
anything,
sneeze.
I see this as an opportunity.
Yeah, so it's like a main room, and like nobody even seems to know you're there, even though you're like just behind Alexandria.
Cool.
Mange doesn't
Or just
care.
staring at her, and there's a period of silence after she steps in.
Or like
So,
sidestepping.
Who's first?
Mange just sort of takes his hand, balls it into a fist, and jabs her in the back. Move faster! Need sleep!
Yeah, so as Alexandria like takes a step after that, like the weird spell is broken, and yes, there are several men kind of like getting up and heading towards you. Then you kind of fade off as Alexandria gets like pulled off into a crowd.
Mange just pushes past everyone as hard as possible without much of a care for whether or not he's shoving people aside. Because he's trying to go straight to whatever looks like a counter or something, or a bar where somebody might be able to give
push
them...
people aside. They're all like gravitating straight towards Alexandria, and whatever her offer is, they're pretty sure they know what it is. But yeah, it's a fairly easy route over to there as you see this bar that's
I'm making some gold tonight, boys!
yeah.
Do you need a bowl?
You've already used it today.
No, her.
Yeah, you've already used it, she can't use it.
Wait, it's only once per day?
Yeah, once per day it can be used.
Not per
That's the
person, I
limitation on it,
guess.
you can't all just chug it.
Wait, what
Okay.
can be used?
The bowl. That
It doesn't
poison.
even matter anymore.
Yeah, I think
Don't worry, you'll get as many STIs as you want.
Yeah, it's like that is the thing that Alexandria might be dimly aware of, is these people do not look like the healthiest sort. And although elves do have the ability to make, like, basically condoms, you don't imagine there's any of that resources here for you to do that, and you're not exactly an expert on making them.
Great.
I feel like Slanesh would love any STIs you get as just like a gift.
Oh no, STIs is Nurgle. It's like STIs like Slanesh and Nurgle had like it could either be an argument or a very good day. You could see it either way, really. And then STIs became a thing. So Alexandria is getting led off and probably is going to make a ton of gold, and there may be other things that I shall roll for in a bit. As you guys head over to the bar, and you see this. It's a fairly low bar, although for Mange it's actually about the perfect height. Basically like heighted for the dwarf/Skaven, because you're about the same height. Yeah, for Rowan it's pretty short as far as bars go. You see behind it is this very scruffy, like very long hair, beard that probably goes down to like his knees. This dwarf behind the bar is currently has his beard like up and is like rubbing it on the table like he's trying to clean it with his beard.
Mange just like
he's scratching at it.
Furry short man, give room.
Just the one room.
Mange does not care about their room. Mange uses his room.
Kind of kind of spits maybe onto the floor. There might be a bucket there. You can't really tell. Like, well, one room, two rooms. I'd better imagine she needs a room.
Rowan Rowan just raises his hand. 2.
Alright, to open this thing, just a moment. Where are you?
It costs all of our gold. This is a robbery.
Where is it? No fancy.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Sucks
to
to
remove.
be you guys. I get a free room with my gold.
Well, you might be paying in other ways.
Mage just looks at her and says, "That bed's not going to be comfy. Too many people."
Alright, you want a room? It's got a mat for you to fall down and a bucket for you to shit in. That'll be 2 gold.
Rowan will throw his down.
Mage takes out his 2 gold and just sets it on the table begrudgingly.
Kind of reaches in and kind of seems to fiddle around in his beard before he like kind of pulls it out. So he pulls his hand out. He like seems to wince a bit. You see there's also several hairs in his fist as he puts 2 keys down on the table.
Mage grabs his key immediately because it's shiny.
It is not shiny. It is like very battered, like blunted, not blunted, but yeah, battered, rusted iron.
Oh, he grabs
So
it anyway.
Looks like it's probably like on the thing. Like if you turned it too hard, it would probably snap.
Mage basically walks off in whatever direction he thinks that said room is going to be in.
Yeah, you see some stairs that lead up, and presumably they'd be upstairs, leading out. You also
Mage
see
stops at-
Alexandria being led up those stairs currently.
Mage stops at the first door at the top of the stairs and attempts to open it with the key.
Yeah, means it kind of goes down testing each one, and yeah, after a bit you find the right door.
Mage enters, shuts the door, probably with Skit right next to him, and just sort of locks it again. Grabs a chair if are there any chairs?
No, there's like a grouping of straw in a corner that roughly resembles a bed with a very dirty and hole-covered like animal hide thrown over it, and a bucket in the corner.
Mange sort of just shrugs, goes over to the straw and lies down. He doesn't care what Skit Scratch does.
Yeah, you kind of like go and lie down, something pokes you in the back, you each behind and pull out what looks like a rock.
Mange, any rocks or other issues with said straw bed will just simply get tossed at the door.
Yeah, you take that out, throw it at the door, tink, and falls. Skit Scratch kind of like, take this pack, sets on the floor, and like cuddles up.
If Mange gets any noise complaints, they can fuck off.
As you guys are down there, Joel turns to Rowan and says, "Well, nighttime ain't a thing for me. I got my business, so guess I'll meet you back here tomorrow at some point."
Wait, who said that? Is that the barkeep?
This is Joel.
No, that's your vampire thrall.
Oh,
Dude.
Joel.
Yeah. Got my shit to deal with. Works best if I do it at night, so see you back here probably about midday.
Yeah, sounds good. Rome will go ahead and
Heads
he'll
out.
order a drink from the barkeep.
And what kind of things you want?
Oh, I'm getting a couple drinks tonight.
And excuse me, you're getting fucked.
Quite
Those
literally.
are one and the same in this case.
Came from a shit hole like Mordheim, so give me something strong.
Alright, we got here's water. Looks around.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, he seems to look around for a second thing. It's like, I had a crate of Bugman's, but that went after like 2 days. Probably less than that. Yeah, I got piss water. That's about all that's left. Which is actually a brand of alcohol in Warhammer. It is actually a thing. It's what it sounds like. It's basically just water with like a drop of alcohol added to it. It's the classic, technically alcohol.
Rowan says, I'll take the piss water, but if I see you coming out of the bathroom with a glass, I'm kicking your ass.
Just kind of looks at you like, okay.
Well,
And
it's
he goes,
piss water, get it?
Okay.
Ah!
Yeah, and he kind of goes over to this barrel, which he has like several like patch jobs on it, and he grabs this spigot. Like, nothing happens. He kind of whacks the barrel and tries it again, and it comes out. And then he hands the thing to you. This wooden tankard, which also looks fairly patched up, with this vaguely brownish liquid inside.
Sauron's he takes a light sip of it, and he's gonna go ahead and say, "Oh,
Yeah, it does not taste good. It's weirdly almost spicy.
so I really haven't done anything really fun recently. Anything interesting going inside of this town? Like any neat shops or something like that?"
And if you're into fight
As
pits
you
or
say
something,
this, you just hear Alexandria laughing. Oh, I can't say the same.
you can't hear this.
Yeah.
It's just a fortuitous. One of the guys said something, and she said that fairly loudly.
Fight pits? Any cool shops or anything like that? Or
I mean, there's a few blacksmiths and stuff around selling stuff, but most people just buying whatever they can to get by. People, they don't really buy the fancy shit. That's what you go into the city and find.
you're goddamn right on that one. Cheers, my friend. Cheers.
Kind of like seems like screws his face. Like he's like, oh, there might be one place that I'm blanking on it. I think I need something. Yeah, there's one thing, but I can't quite remember what it is.
Ron will go ahead and he'll take out a gold piece and say, "Maybe this will help you jog your memory."
I mean, it's helping.
Oh, you dwarfs. He'll take out 5.
Pulls it over to him. But yeah, if you're looking for fancy shit, there's this one dwarf, and he can like jerks his thumb in like a direction, like down the road. So one dwarf down there a bit, can't miss her. She's always complaining, wants better things to do, like better shit to make. I think she might be interested in helping you out.
Wonderful, wonderful.
He's like, yeah, I'm coming! He staggers off to go and help out a new customer.
Looks like I got a lead, Ron says to himself as he takes a drink. He's just like, oh, that is rancid. Oh. I love it.
It basically tastes like water that somebody like dipped maybe a pepper into for a minute. It doesn't taste good, but it's not horrible. It's not the worst thing you've ever had.
Alright. And then afterwards, not sure if one drink is gonna get me as drunk as if it were bugs.
No, you'll need like several barrels of that shit to actually get drunk.
Gotcha. Rowan will go ahead and head up to his room, and he'll go ahead and nah, he's not gonna go ahead and do that. He's just gonna lock the door and get ready for a nap or something.
Alexandria, give me another persuasion with advantage to see how well you do.
Alright, just give me one moment. Alright, so we just do...
And then also give me a luck con.
Oh my god!
Why are you rolling it so many times?
Dude, I think
Yeah, you just needed the once.
Oops, my bad. Alright, and con? You said?
Yeah, a luck con.
So you set it to luck and then you roll it.
Yeah, so on the luck, where it says dex save currently, you can switch it to con save when you roll that.
Hey.
It comes out with only 1 STI.
I mean, you don't learn that you have those immediately. It takes a few days normally.
Praise the bright father.
So, what happened?
So, well, the persuasion was to see how much gold you ended up getting out of these guys.
So how
Not
much
enough.
gold am I getting?
Let's say you get about 40 gold out of this night. seems like they have really more gold than they can really spend on stuff, so people are fairly generous.
Alright, and what does the con do?
You'll find out.
Oh, joy!
You succeeded it, so drop your current con by 1.
Luck, you mean?
Yeah, current luck by 1, not con.
You only lose 1 appointed con.
And then roll me a general constitution to see if you actually manage to get enough rest at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Celia's an old hand at this.
Yeah, it's an old habit, so I've gotten used to it.
Yeah, the morning comes and you guys eventually come down in differing states. It's not
I
the most
just come
comfortable.
down with my hair. I've got like bed hair, but I'm like counting my gold. I earned 40 pieces tonight. How about you, fellas?
I earned me some information.
Mange doesn't open his door.
Alexandria kind of knocks on the door loudly.
Wait, psst, psst, don't. I got an idea. You want to pull a bit of a prank?
Oh, I'm always up for that.
Alright, watch this shit. Alistair. Rowan's gonna go ahead and he's gonna begin doing some gestures, and he's gonna do a bit of a roll. Here's a spell.
Okay, I thought you were gonna thunder wave it.
No! Alright. So,
Okay, so what does it look like when Rowan does this? What other people see?
Rowan just starts doing like magical gestures, moving his fingers about, and he's just like Fola Contestra. And then he just taps onto the door, pretty much. And for some reason, it's in the sense as stable and solid as like a wall. Instead of like, being hinged, it's just stuck. It is stuck in existence.
So it kind of looks like somebody welded it closed.
Yeah.
Alright, should I knock?
Bang.
Alright, I just loudly bang on the door. Hey, Sketch, come on, we're leaving!
Mange, snores.
Yeah, if you want to try and like knock again to wake up, you could roll a strength.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mange is quite set. You guys have been rolling really well today.
yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, we're wasting all of our good rolls on the fucking filler session so we can die next time.
Hey, I got a lot of gold, okay? And I'm pretty sure I only contracted like 1 STD.
Yeah, but that con roll is only the one that I made you roll. I will also roll some secret stuff after the session to see about other things that can happen from that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you get rudely woken up by a loud banging on your door.
Mange, come on, we gotta go.
Mange takes his dagger and throws it at the door.
Yeah, you gotta hits against the door and skitters against it and falls to the floor.
Go away! Need sleep!
Alright,
Well,
big
there's-
guy. But fine then. But we'll good luck trying to get out later. Rowan just says as he just begins walking away.
What weird men mean?
Oh, you'll find out. I just kind of follow along behind Rowan.
Mange turns to Skit and says, "Open door!"
Yeah, it's like looks around, seeming like patting the floor, trying to find the key. Eventually find where it's got plopped. I assume Mange just like threw his stuff on the floor when he went to bed.
Yeah, basically.
He's gonna feel around. It's like feels through it, gets the key, goes to the door, unlocks it, goes to push on it, and it doesn't budge. It's like
I think it's a contested strength if he's actually trying to push it open.
he's not strong.
Oh, and are we just kind of just like a few steps away listening?
We can be.
Absolutely. We didn't actually.
Yeah, like as you guys are getting down, you're
think we
hearing
left.
straining and pushing on the door.
Mange
We're just like
sees
chuckling to ourselves.
Just back! Open! Don't feel like a wall!
Door stuck! Door stuck! That's okay.
Skit starts panicking. Like there's no windows in here either.
Mange walks over after finally begrudgingly getting up. He is going to grab his dagger from the door and put that away.
It's just like
sort of
before. It doesn't even look like it scratched the actual door, which is weird.
Mange takes a deep breath, steps back, motions for Skit to get out of the way.
Yeah, like scrambles himself out of the way.
And Mange is going to fucking charge this fucking thing.
Damn.
Rowan, roll a d20. You skid by 15.
That's a 14 degrees of success.
Just barely won. Mange won by 15. Yes, means you can like take a second, hide yourself up, and then ram into the door, and like it moves and shifts, but doesn't fully block. You kind of have to ram it a couple more times, and then it swings open. You're like, what
Mange.
the fuck?
We're just laughing uncontrollably, like just
You
on
hear
the
like
ground
shout as
laughing.
someone like staggers backwards, someone's getting hit by the door.
Mange, seeing you laughing, will attempt to throw his dagger at Rowan.
Can Rowan attempt to acrobatics to like just try and like do a backflip wherever he's going?
Oh, we got this thing going on. Temporary,
Pause.
yeah, temporary pause. Well, let me explain this for Hoovy in the chat. This is a tabletop role-playing game. It's something similar to Dungeons and Dragons, if you've ever heard of that. We are a group of weirdos that are in the city of Mordheim. Basically, this is all roleplay, so most of this is audio and shit.
You have to
So,
use your mind in the sense.
yeah, it's basically, this is mostly imagination. This isn't like a pure video game. We are a party. I am playing as Mange Scritch Scratch, the little rat thing in the bottom right corner of the screen that you can see. And alongside him is Rowan and Alexandria. Rowan is like a dude with a mask and no shirt. And Alexandria is like a skimpy fucking bitch.
Wait, they can't see my profile picture?
Oh, they can see your profile picture, but it's also ridiculously not in my fucking folder, so I can't show it to anyone. He's adding the tokens now.
Oh, I can just send it to you then over Discord, right?
You're using fucking Narja or whatever the fuck her name is from Fire Emblem. Because you haven't commissioned your goddamn art yet. Like you said you would.
Well, it's a perfect fit. It's exactly how I imagine her to be.
Well, yeah, but I don't like you using a fucking actual Fire Emblem character to represent yourself, you whore!
Wait,
You're giving me PTSD flashbacks to fucking Neopets roleplay forums. Fuck's sake.
Did Mange take any damage currently? Or like this session?
This session, no. I just forgot to reset it from the long rest.
Yeah, everybody raise up your hit points so that way we don't accidentally, you'll kill me with a knife by accident.
I'm back up to myself.
Do you guys see what I put in off topic?
Do I want to?
No, but it's great.
Is it the Steve Harvey?
It is the Steve Harvey.
Steve, I love that. I was gonna mention that, but it's just fucking... It's just like 5 different images all making up one giant Steve Harvey. And it's beautiful.
If you could
It's
show
beautiful.
the stream, please do. Please.
Please, please, for the love of God, show it. It's beautiful.
I
It's
hate
a
all
work
of you.
Art.
I did. Okay, that's one response. The other one I got from another person is, why are you like this?
I mean, at this point, I've come to the assumption that you're all full of shit. And I have the off-topic memes channel muted because I don't want to get notified of every single fucking thing you post.
It's not like porn or anything. It's just memes.
I mean, considering what Zach posted like a day or so ago, I would argue differently. Mr. Ribbed for his protection.
So maybe go ahead and
For
show
his
Finn.
protection.
Finn, I want to show you Steve Harvey. You seem like the type of person who needs to see it.
If Finn is paying attention, he's already seen it because I showed it on the fucking stream, you degenerate.
Oh, well, fuck you. I wasn't paying attention to your stream.
Well, you were yelling at me to do a thing while I was doing it. I decided to just not talk. Mr. Fucking try and lock me in my goddamn room.
Hush.
I'm already sitting upright, you fucking whore bitch.
Oh, by the way, does anybody want to give us a random bonus or curse?
This would be a hilarious session to do it, considering it's all basically roleplay and no combat.
It still is, yeah. Oh, you know what we should add? We should add, like, a minor beneficial or a minor inconvenience to the party outside of, you know, combat. That sounds like a cool idea. I want to murder. Oh. If you do that enough times, you might...
Hey Trisky.
I'm sitting upright, you bitch!
Hey, Trisky.
Hey Trisky.
Hey, Trisky.
Hey Trisky. Hey.
Alright, now that I've properly deafened myself to escape their bullshit, you are, all degenerate trash, and, I am sadly aware of your existence. Shut up, you whores.
Can you hear us?
Why?
Why? Come on.
Because you're being annoying. I thought that was my job. I play mage. I thought it was
Bro.
my job to be the annoying weirdo. But
You're
you've somehow
interacting with
done
the
worse.
audience. Oh, we're sorry that we're breaking the fourth wall and interacting with your audience.
No, it's not a matter of interacting with the audience. You're saying, hey Trisky, hey Trisky, hey Trisky!
Sorry, hey mange, hey mange.
That's still me!
Hey Mange. Hey Mange.
Hey mange,
Hey Mange.
hey mange.
Hey Mange, posture check.
I have the power to mute both of you because that gave me admin privileges. Mainly for Craig, to add him to the server, and to do some other basic things. But you know what? I'm going to abuse it here. So I get to be the only one that can talk right now until Zach gets back. How does that sound? Sounds good? Okay. No, I'm not going to keep doing that. You're fucking both bitches. You're bitches. I know I am.
Oh.
That doesn't stop you from being a bitch-ass whore.
Yeah.
You're trying to get a rise out of me when I'm specifically not trying to talk so much. Of course I'm pissed.
Dude,
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, because my throat is fucking...
well then quit fucking fucked in the throat.
That's my job.
Alright, everyone, it's been a great session. I hope you all enjoyed. We're gonna end off right here.
Door stuck. Door stuck.
Door stuck. Door stuck.
That's where we'll end it off.
I mean, I immediately broke your fuck.
You broke the door of a tavern. You didn't break my door.
You're gonna have to pay for that.
Well, if he broke
No!
it.
You're gonna have to pay for that.
I ain't paying for shit. I didn't do nothing.
I was saying that to Rowan, and that was also my throw dexterity check for ranged.
So,
Because I'm throwing a dagger at you.
yeah, you should have back.
Finn wants to be the door while you smash him.
Can we make Alexandria the door?
I'm done.
Hey,
I'm just
we
done.
can play house.
I am
I
done.
can be the screen door and you slam me all night.
What even is
Degeneracy
going
what's
on?
going on.
Nothing good.
Degeneracy.
Yeah, I like how you've taken that word that was intended as an insult and just turned it into a badge of honor, you fucking asshole.
Degenerates.
I am very proud of it. Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. Turn this
Ooh
into
woo.
freestyle.
Ooh woo gang.
Ooh woo gay.
Normal tabletop RPG, low motivation break time sounds about right.
Fluff, I need
Oh,
you
is
to
it break
fluff.
time? Can I get a drink? I'm gonna get a drink.
Get a good
Notably
drink.
opposed break time because our DM has to go take care of his little sister.
Alright, I'm gonna be back. Don't fuck anybody without me.
We'll try not to.
Yeah, so in case I never fucking said it, which said it, our DM has to take care of his RB. Yeah.
Round.
Change does not take. Basically.
Oh, it's Finn. Did you say bad dragon? Oh.
I like how Finn is very purposely trying to disguise the fact that he's just giving you guys ideas and trying to pretend that he is, you know, not also responsible for this bullshit by giving said ideas in the first place.
You know, there's something
It's like one of
else
those
we could
things.
make.
Like one of those things of why the fuck would you say it unless you want it to happen? You know, like yeah.
Finn, if you go ahead and donate $5 right now, we will go ahead and make a warpstone dildo in your name.
I hate you and your guts. I want to take your guts and strangle you with them and then sell them on the black market in RimWorld.
It's called promotion of the channel. I'm helping you.
You're trying to get somebody to fucking send me money so you could have your own fucking dumbass sex fantasies with your warpstone.
Dude, but if I hit you with it, that's something. And plus, you already know that Alexandria is probably gonna make one. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, she can go fuck herself with it too, quite literally.
Jesus Christ, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I came back to go fuck yourself with it, literally.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. We're all back now. We can actually do this thing where I throw a dagger at Rowan's face.
He's throwing a dagger.
I throw a dagger at
Rowan.
Rowan.
Sees Rowan and Alexandria laughing and throws a dagger at Rowan's face.
Yeah.
At Rowan, just at Rowan, not specifically his face.
Well,
Trying to hit
that's a
him.
5. So for
Out of-
Rowan to hit, that misses quite wildly. You go, you throw it, just goes thunk into the wall.
Rowan's still laughing.
Considering it only took like 2 bashes to break open the door, I don't know why you still think it's funny.
Because we've locked you in a
Like
room.
Yeah, for half a second.
You're bad.
Here, keep the change.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Alright, Finn. You got a deal. You got a deal.
Jack?
Mhm.
Rowan made a deal with one of my mods that you might have to honor despite your preferences.
Just know we have Alexandria in the party, so it makes sense.
Wait, what kind of deal?
Repeat
Alright,
what
what
you
is
fucking
this?
said.
Alright, so Finn brought up Bad Dragon, right? So I went ahead and said, hey Finn, if you donate $5, we'll make a warpstone dildo out of you. And look what happened.
And you
Yeah.
don't dildo if you want.
It's mine.
Yep, it's hers.
And
No.
I would not recommend putting Warpstone inside.
No.
of you,
Mange gets the dildo so he can smack you with it and taunt you with it.
You to go fuck with yourself.
I will. Just give it to me.
And you gotta make it first, or maybe find somebody you can buy it from. There are a lot of weirdos.
Hey, wait, we're going to a blacksmith. Hold on.
You need
You
a
can make a cast iron bad dragon.
yeah. You need to buy a specialized upgrade for her to work with Warpstone. Yeah, she can make an iron or steel one. Warpstone like to deal with wood. So yeah.
Just in
Alright.
case you want splinters.
All right,
up there.
so this is what happens, Rowan. The next time you try and incentivize somebody in my fucking chat to donate to me for one of your dumbass shits, you have to match their donation.
But why though?
Because fuck you, stop influencing my chat.
You're a bad
He's
influence.
basically getting you money.
Yes, I have a fucking subathon this weekend. That's what I'm doing anyway.
Okay, Finn. If you go ahead and bring up the Warpstone dildo in the subathon next weekend, I'll go ahead and we'll make 2 Warpstone dildos.
Rowan, you can do that on your own fucking time. Shall we continue?
Yeah, alright. So
Yeah.
main throw the dagger which hits a wall.
All right. Mange goes back into the room for half a second, grabs the bucket
Wait,
from the corner,
You're going back into the
comes
room?
back out. Nope,
you
the
shut
door
the door
the
when
door
you
is
went back
already
into the
crashed
room?
open. He steps inside, grabs the bucket, steps back outside, goes up to Rowan, and
Rowan's
shoves the bucket
Rowan's running.
of piss and shit
Rowan's running.
on Rowan's head.
Rowan's running.
Well,
That's right.
when Roman
Nope.
sees you coming out, that he
Before
runs.
before Mange goes into the room, he tells Skit Scratch, "Grab him."
Rowan's running.
So yeah, Mange is Skit Scratch is faster than you, so he would catch you. That'll be
Okay,
then
I have
opposed.
40 feet.
That is a good point. You're actually faster
Yes, thank you,
because
Zeus.
Rowan has hooves. So Rowan just turns and like there's a clop as he basically jumps to get him run off. Yeah, and starts clopping down the stairs. Yeah, as Rowan can basically no longer
Mange screams, "Man broke door! Catch him!"
You shout that, nobody seems to care.
So I don't think the door broke. I think it's just open now.
Yeah, no,
I
you-
just
you
begin
break the
laughing
magical
even harder as I try to like get out and get out of the way of this little rat man's wrath.
All right.
Skit Scratch is chasing after Rowan.
He doesn't manage to catch him, right?
I'll say there's like obstacles in the way in that, so roll an opposed athletics or acrobatics.
Right. I have to do that for Skit Scratch.
Ooh. You could roll for him actually. That makes more sense.
I mean, you already did it. I don't have
Yeah, I
to.
already
You got a
did it.
better one.
Yeah, so you succeeded by 8. Yeah, so you go down, like clopping down the stairs really quickly, and then like as you can like your way through, you hear like a and you see like this skinny ass even like waving at you. Apparently, someone like got onto the roof and then launched himself off of that, and he like, gets onto your back, and that'll be an opposed strength to see if you can knock you down.
1.
That means you want to roll a d20. If you
The
get-
battle of the shits.
If you get a 6 or lower, then Skit Scratch will succeed.
Fuck you!
Yeah, so it's kind of like there. You notice that coming. You can like stagger and like get your foot caught on like a bit of like one of the planks that's stuck up, and you get like tumbled down onto the floor by this tiny rat guy. And although you would be able to fairly easily knock him off pretty quickly, you are knocked to the floor. So I mean, just running up with this bucket.
Mange immediately, as soon as he's within decent range, throws the bucket as hard as possible at Rowan's face.
Right.
And then
Roll
roll
d20 plus dex.
Also, can Rowan attempt to use Skit Scratch as a shield to block it?
Nope, you lost that opposed strength
No,
check,
he's
you
on top of
bitch!
him. He's on top of him. He's on top of me.
I
Hey,
think that'll give you some
hey,
extra
mage.
AC.
Yes.
Mage.
Hit Skit Scratch.
Get Scratch a dex to see if he manages to avoid it.
What is his dex? Isn't it good, actually?
Yeah. So he throws that and you pull Skit Scratch in the way and you end up like rolling and it just gets dumped onto the floor.
Alright. Mange is going to run up to Rowan and so now he doesn't have a bucket,
Yeah.
but
It's kinda
the dude is
like
still
they
pinned to
all
the ground.
kind of launched off, so Rowan is there like on the floor, probably getting up.
Yeah.
Nope, Mange is going to sit on Rowan's back.
You're going to sit. I
Yes,
don't think
yeah.
Mange is that heavy. But yeah, that would be the
If that's his
first
strength? Okay.
Yeah.
There.
So Rowan actually succeeds by more.
Just like, get off me.
So Mange like goes to sit on him and Rowan manages to get himself up, so Mange just sits heavily onto the floor.
Am I close enough to any of the shit that splattered across the
Yeah,
ground?
it's like a pile like
Rowan.
less than a foot next
Rowan,
to you.
Mange immediately grabs the nearest nugget of shit and chucks it at Rowan.
Can Rowan do an
D20
acrobatics?
It's just a rolling to hit, so D20 plus dex.
That hits. Yeah.
Dodge that, fucker!
Yeah, so Rowan is like turning around to go just in the back of the head. I have no idea how we got to this.
No! Prank Mange!
Really?
Improvised weapon. Can I damage?
I didn't
No,
even
it
do
did
anything
poop.
yet.
Gonna do damage. It's just annoying.
Rowan's just like, you know what? Sounds like somebody didn't get enough sleep last night.
Probably because somebody else banging on door!
Go to sleep.
Reminder, that targets the lowest hit dice, and there's a lot of people in this room.
I thought we were outside.
No, this is
He was
like you were heading for the door. You're like a
He
couple of
was
feet
on the
from
roof
the door.
though, that he jumped on top
Yeah,
of.
he was like on the ceiling. You can like skip along the ceiling, then dropped on you.
Wait, he skittered along the ceiling? What the fuck?
He is a Skaven.
He is a Skaven. And he also does have climbing claw things.
Yeah. He's a gutter runner. They're used to that kind of thing.
Alright, Rowan's gonna go ahead and hold
It-
off on the
It's
sleep
like
spell.
you could probably get that off so it only hit Mange, but then it would include you in the area, so you just knock yourself out.
Alright, I'll hold off on it. For now.
Yeah, so you're gonna go to cast it and realize, too many people.
So
You're
how
a
do
silly
the other
rat.
people around us react to this fucking scene?
Yeah, people kind of saw that and started like cheering and like roaring and going with it. It seems like this kind of thing is reasonably common. So you also hear like a shrill whistle, and everyone like kind of covers their ears and turns. See the bartender. See the bartender. He's like throws a bucket of water towards where you dumped that.
Mange basically just spits at as close to Rowan as he can. He's not really necessarily trying to hit Rowan, so I'm not even gonna bother rolling
It's
for
hard
it.
to spit over distance, so
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
we're still relatively close to each other.
yeah.
And then
he's spitting
Mange-
his direct.
Mange sort of motions for Skit to follow him and steps outside.
Well, that was fun.
Oh, I'm gonna get him back. Trust me.
Yeah, it's definitely
I
when I
don't
was
doubt
upstairs. What you could imagine.
I like how you
before
don't
the
consider the
typical-
fact that I got you in the back of the head with some shit after you tried to lock me in a room even at this point.
At least
Yeah,
he
it's
isn't a
like-
bucket of shit.
There's definitely also like when Alexandria says that, there's a lot of turning towards her and cheering, and a lot of other people like trying to come and pay for her services again.
Oh, well, depends. What are you boys offering this time? I'm kind of in a rush, so it'll have to be a good price.
Rowan kind of like leans over to you. I'm just gonna be going ahead and visiting possibly somebody who's looking to help me out here. If you want to keep on, pleasing these guests, I'm sure a lot of money will come your way.
Ooh, who's this new person?
Says bartender says that he's he someone.
He said she. The
She's
female
looking-
dwarf, what you've heard.
She's looking for a bigger challenge, and well, I'm hoping to offer it to her, possibly recruit
Got
her.
boner.
Do it.
Oh,
do you know?
I might have to come along with you for this one. Sorry,
Alright.
boys. I'll return another day. Keep your wallets on you.
So yeah, there's a lot of disappointed, like, there's probably a couple people that make a move to grab you, but then others like grab them and stop them. And there's probably several brawls that break out as you guys head out. Is I rolled a thing for their reaction, and I rolled a 16, so you didn't get attacked. As well, people like, no, don't fuck her up. That's my job. Yeah, you managed to get outside as this brawl builds up behind you.
Alright, let's go find this blacksmith.
I'm certainly popular here now.
That's good to hear.
It's like, this kind of place, any building you walk into, you will be popular. Like, the fact that you are female is a pretty big draw to basically everybody here.
Might want to start following Nurgle after this.
You guys gonna head on down to that blacksmith that you heard about? Or that Rowan heard about?
Well, assuming they ever catch up with Mange, he will reluctantly rejoin them, but he'll glare at Rowan the whole time.
That's fine.
You guys head down and... yeah, there's definitely other women that are similar to Alexandria, although not many that are quite as pretty. Not many have 18 charisma. It's definitely like... mostly calling to Rowan, not many seem to be calling to Mange.
Mange ignores any that would call to him.
Rowan will go ahead and give well, he can't really like give a wink because he's behind a mask.
You're wearing a mask, yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead and give like he'd give a polite nod and possibly like, give it like a gesture of like, I'll be back.
Homie.
Yeah.
Homie.
Yeah, they're very used to that kind of gesture. But it's like, yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Busy right now.
I'll keep you in mind, boys.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a Craig error.
Yeah. Join.
Now recording.
There we go.
There we are. Back to the degeneracy.
So you guys head on down the street a bit, and after a minute you come up to presumably the house as you go in the direction. When you come upon this place where you see like a large forge and a thing. It's currently like only embers, and you can see like a door leading further in that is ever so slightly, and you can hear like what sounds like somebody tenderizing meat, like the thumping and the like squishing sound of meat being hit by something heavy.
Who's gonna be the one
Which
approaching?
seems like a weird sound for a blacksmith.
I go in and immediately attempt to seduce this blacksmith.
Okay.
So Alexander just goes up and pushes the door open as you're there, like, okay, what do we do? How do we approach this? Alexander just walks up and pushes open the door. Yeah, and as you push open the door and you see a strange sight, although probably something that Alexandria has seen similar of quite often. You see this like chair in the middle of a room with a figure tied to it. They seem to be naked. Although you can only see like parts of them as they're obscured by another figure. But they also look like they've been quite severely beaten. There's like, you see a bone sticking out of one of their arms. Extremely pale, although it doesn't look like he's normally pale. It's like his jaw's slightly offset, there's several teeth missing, there's a big swelling over one eye. You can see, like, in front of him, like, flipping up this hammer, is where you can see the back of them currently is this like on the shorter side for a dwarf, probably about 4 foot even. This like long, like fairly long hair. Hard to tell if it's dark brown or black in this thing, kind of braided and going down behind her. As you step in and push open the door, they're like flipping the hammer. They kind of catch it and they turn to look at you.
I just kind of attempt to seduce her. Want some help there?
Will immediately push Alexandria aside as hard as he can and walk up.
Opposed strength. Just yeet her into the fire.
Yeah. Ah! Well, there's no fire in this room, it's just like a chair that this guy is strapped to. Yeah, so he just like pushes Alexandria to the side. I don't think she can really beat that. Yeah, so
I mean, he can fucking... Nope!
yeah, Alexandria kind of stumbles, barely catching herself as she wasn't expecting it.
Mainjaw walks up to Blacksmith and say, "You good with hammer! Help us!"
He like turns back to the guy. She's like, "Hold this for me." She slams the hammer down onto like the hand of the arm that isn't broken. You hear a loud crunch and a squish sound as the hammer like embeds into the hammer and the fingers go up. And you hear like a muffled screaming as he has like a very rough gag made. There's like bits of cloth shoved in his mouth, another wrapped around to keep it in. So
Main sword
Yeah,
just chuckles at this.
well, she kind of like points towards the door. Let's stop talking here.
Sounds good with me.
He just kind of back out, and she kind of walks through. She reaches over onto like this shelf in the back and feels around for a second, grabs this cigar, and walks over to the forge and kind of taps it inside of it, and taps the cigar around inside of the forge, checks it a couple of times until it's lit. She brings it up and sucks on it to hold it in for a few seconds and then blows it out. This like fairly thick black, like almost brown looking smoke. Kind of looks at you all. It does not smell good. It's like very strong. It makes your eyes water as your face goes into it.
So Mange obviously.
Yeah, you don't really mind it.
So, what's a dime like you doing in a place like this?
Well, it's about what I was going to ask. What is... He's like, a Raki, an Ungi, and an Elgi walk into a dory blacksmith. This sounds like the start of a bad joke.
No joke, higher lady.
Right, like to get to the point.
I appreciate it. No beating around this bush.
What bush?
Metaphorical one.
What a metaphor.
Hopefully not.
Well, what kind of things are you hiring me? What do you want to hire me for?
Make good stuff. Make weapons. Make nice things.
Currently, we have a area set up in the city of Mordheim, a fairly decent outpost area. We'd
Big
like
house!
Big house, yes. We'd like to go ahead and go on little adventures. We're gonna need some armor, some weapons, and eventually a lot more oomph to keep this thing from being attacked by, well, just about anyone. So we figured that we'd come to possibly need to hire somebody with the talent such as yourself.
Make man hurt really bad. Good talent.
No, that's not my main talent. That's something
Oh,
I figured
and
out.
smashy hammer make metal good.
So, well, not just metal. I can work with other things, but yeah, if you're offering me a position inside the city, well, better than anything we get out here. People here just want iron weapons. Some just want... You can't... Well, you'd be surprised how many came asking me for wooden clubs.
Oh, trust me. We may have something that will interest you, and Ron's gonna go ahead and take a piece of cloth, and he's going to take out a piece of warpstone and hold it right in front of her. Just... This material might be used as a interesting weapon.
Make shiny weapons.
Yes, I've heard of a few that have attempted something like that, and I could give it a go. She kind of like looks towards the door. If I had my tools.
Where tools?
That's what I've been trying to figure out. Essentially, well, if you're hiring me, you might as well know. Well, I was apprenticed to a blacksmith for 80 years.
Lady old!
I'm a dwarf. We tend
You
to.
don't really know how old we are, do you, buddy?
Ninja sort of just looks at Alexandria and says, 10?
Good boy. Good boy.
Alright. Okay, I just kind of pet him. Alright,
Mange brushes your hand away as hard as possible.
I also
Not
apprenticed
touchy!
with, a runesmith for a good 20 years as well. But for that kind of thing, I need specialized tools, which I did have. Thinking she looks towards the door. So that fuckwit sold them to the highest bidder. And, well, all I've been able to get out of him is that he sold it anonymously, somebody left money, and he left the tools. And I'm inclined to believe him, but that doesn't mean he gets off punishment.
Oh, trust me. I actually, well, let's just say I dabble in the arcane, so if you need him to grow back a few fingernails and teeth, just let me know. It might give us some interesting torture techniques.
I like
Mange pulls out his dagger and says, Mange wants his ear!
I just pull out my length of chain and rope.
This is just turning into a fucking, like, BDSM party.
Yeah, Chelsea and raises an eyebrow.
She's Slaneshi.
Mange collects ears! And
So, if you want
shinies.
my services, I'll definitely need quite a bit of coin to get myself set up there. Maybe able to
Mange
bring
sort
the
of,
forward over.
looks at her and then sort of just, like, gulps as if he knows he's going to just not be happy for a little bit, but then just sort of, like, closes his eyes, sort of, like, in the side of his head, you can obviously see that he's just sort of making peace with the fact that he's about to lose money, and then pulls out, like, a pre-made, little satchel of shinies, as he likes to call them, of about 250 gold.
Damn.
Yeah, she takes it, kind of like feels for a second, looks around, she finds this like scale which she dumps it on. She's like, it's a decent start, but probably gonna need at least double that to get a forge set up in Mordheim.
Was it 250 for a
It's
blacksmith?
500.
Yeah, it's 500 for a blacksmith.
Well, I fucking read the thing and it said 250 and then it said 350 for the fucking gunsmith. What the fuck? Did you not update it?
Let me double check it.
Oh yeah, it is 250
Oh, yeah,
for a
that's-
black.
Yeah, it is 250. Fucking
And
trying
then
to
the
rob
alchemist
me.
comes out, hey!
Improved base,
Yeah.
blacksmith, 250 gold points. I specifically read that. Don't try and rob me, you
Yeah.
whore.
Yeah, that was me. She like looks at it, so you probably find some cheap workers. Yeah, I think I can manage it for that.
Mange just sort of turns, assuming Skit scratches with him, and just drags him out. Have worker here!
You know, like looks at him, just like looks at him, grabs this like fairly large hammer and holds it out to him. It's like, hold this. Skit grabs it and just drops to the floor under the weight. Yeah, he's not going to be useful.
Mange
Like, blows out and has,
turns
like,
to
the
Skit.
the last shreds of the cigar, which she just throws into the floor.
Mange picks up the hammer off the ground and just sort of grabs Skit by the back of the collar and lifts him up. Mange hands the hammer back and says, might be able to fetch things.
It's going to take me a bit to get workers and a portable forge built up, and probably going to need at least one of you to help out with escorting them over. Make sure we know the right place.
Oh, I'm sure I can persuade a few.
I mean, one of you that actually knows where you're going.
Mange turns to Skit and says, enter that.
Preferably a strong one that can actually fight. Like looking straight at Skit Scratch. But I don't think he would do.
Mange then raises. Mange can do that.
Well, actually, and she like points to Rowan. You were offering some help with. And she points towards that door. Do you want to hang out and help with that? I can get some guys going.
Sounds good with
I'm
me.
heading out this afternoon. Well, probably has to start in the morning. Don't know how far into the city you are.
Mange just sort of looks back at the door and says, "Can Mange have ear?"
Oh, sure. When I'm done. Actually, she's gonna pats herself down. She's got this like very thick, like blacksmithing clothes, a lot of burn marks on it, and like quite a bit of blood splattered on it. Feels around and takes out this small knife. It's like, give me a sec. She walks into the room. Hear the muffins like. She comes back out and throws you an ear.
This is just like this entire group is just sadism incorporated.
That's chaos.
Good shit.
As she goes in and I hear the scream, I just say, "Oh, I like this one."
Yeah, she comes back out with that ear, which she throws over to Mange.
Mange grabs it and shoves it in
like
his
a small
Mange.
chunk taken out of the ear, like he once had his ear pierced and it got ripped out.
Mange doesn't really care much about this. It's an ear. He takes the ear and shoves it in his ear's pouch.
Yeah, you just shove. She's like, well, and she like points at Mange, Alexandria, and get that. You guys can run off and do whatever. She like, curls her finger at Rowan. It's like, come on, we got work.
What's up?
Dude's got a fucking
Alright.
dwarf tonight.
Alright, well, I just wanted to let you know that, I'll be sure to make your
Mange,
transition very...
as much as possible,
comfortable.
just like elbows Alexandria in this.
Yeah, she like looks at Alexandria, like raising an eyebrow. It's like, yeah, and you're not going to get any of it.
Ooh, hard to get. I'll keep working at it.
Oh no, not into tacos.
Wait, could you repeat that? I didn't hear that.
It's like, not into tacos.
Oh.
Repeat
Am I
that
going
for
down?
somebody who doesn't understand that term in the Warhammer sense.
She's saying she isn't gay.
Aww. Well, you can't blame a girl for trying.
Mange elbows Alexandria to move.
Alright. I guess I better be going. Trying to get some more gold and all. Hopefully find some cleaner clients.
She like spits into the forge, and she's like, there's like black glob that comes out. Seems like she had like had chewing tobacco or something before. Like nods towards the door and starts heading in.
Run follows. Now, I do have some ideas on what Rowan would actually do, but depends if you want to just cut or just
Cut.
if you want.
We'll
Yeah,
just
just like-
assume really bad, gruesome things happen to a certain individual.
How many spells do you have? You got 2 more spells.
Yeah.
Roll DDM either once or twice, depending on how much effort you're putting into this.
Rowan's gonna go ahead and well, also he wants to try Warpstone as a very innate arcane ability, so he'd be like going ahead and just like pressing Warpstone down hard on him, covering his hand with a cloth, hoping to like cause some mutations or burns or whatever.
Yeah, so very unpleasant things are happening, and you probably have to use your healing magic a couple of times to stop him from dying.
Yeah.
as you get a bit carried away.
I'm fine with there. Do I need to roll how much I heal him for?
Would you put two spells into this, or would you just do the one? It's up to you of how much you're putting into this.
Fuck it. I can grab a short rest sometime, so... come on, baby. Trigger.
Alright, now we get our first use of DDM.
Well, we already got one. I just... 18. Give you one more.
Alright, so it's nothing that really matters anyway. It's advantage on the next spell damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so as Varun does, he feels that jolt of energy go through him, but nothing that helps. And yeah, so what's me and Alexandria going to do for the rest of the day?
I'm going to try to find a bit cleaner, less diseased clients and make some more gold.
So you go looking for some of the slightly richer people.
Mange is going to explore and search for opportunities to make shinies.
Yeah, Alex, roll a roll
You
an
should
intelligence.
go along with me then.
Mange is also basically asexual and doesn't give a shit about anything you're doing.
Yes, Alex, roll an intelligence to see how well you find the cleaner people. In this nat 20, she finds a group of like Endogo cults who kidnap her. So yeah, so you go looking around and there's doesn't really seem like much of a there's no rich and poor quarter, and you find like a couple people that are a bit better dressed, but they seem more like mercenaries than actually clean people. So just being
Alright.
still mercenaries is essentially all you find.
Alright, let's go for the mercenaries then.
Alright. Yep, then roll your persuasion. Just gonna roll puzzle.
These guys have been a bit horny.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Just
Yeah,
a
it's
tad.
it's not often a Smashi escort comes through. Yeah, so what he's doing that, what kind of thing? Yeah, so what kind of thing is Mange looking for?
Mange is looking for, well, obviously non-sexual work because he doesn't give a shit. He's looking for either some opportunity to quickly make some gold by beating up somebody weak, or some odd job, basically. He's just looking for ways to make shinies that don't involve boning people.
Yes, you would definitely find some people that look fairly easy to beat up that might have money on them, or you could find sort of fight pits going around where you could join into one and get the pot if you win.
Alright, so Mange
You could also do some good old fashioned normal gambling.
Ooh.
Mange doesn't give a shit about.
Any kind of unsavory activity you can imagine, you can find a black pit.
Yeah, Mange doesn't like the idea of gambling because it means he has to temporarily give up his shinies in order to win more shinies. He just wants more shinies. So he is going to probably find. Actually, yeah, he's going to come across this fight pit or whatever.
Just so I don't have to do a full improvised fight. Just roll me an athletics.
Athletics.
So the strength just to see how well you do. Yeah, Mange does pretty well. Small fight pit place and jump in there and start taking on challenges.
Mange strongest.
Cue the orc.
Yeah, so Mange manages to make 20 gold during the course of the day. Alexandria finding some mercenaries around. You managed to make about 50 gold.
Nice.
So about 90 total.
And roll me another look on with advantage.
Is it the same people?
No, that's why she had advantage, because these ones are a bit cleaner.
Con luck, you said?
Yeah, look on. A look with con. With advantage. Your luck should have been an 11. So whenever you succeed a luck, you reduce the current luck by 1. So you should be at 10 now. Oh yeah, because you had your con bonus to it, never mind. Yeah.
And how's Rowan doing with her?
Yeah, so I imagine it's a few hours later and the guy eventually expires once you are out of magic, and he is just a slab of meat with bones sticking out of it here and there.
And a horn. Exactly.
Yeah, and there's a horn growing out of his hand where he made him hold a warp stone. he barely looks recognizable as a human now.
That was fun.
Gonna set it up. Yeah, that's fun. You're alright. Like, looks around for a second. Yeah, nobody interesting comes by anyway. Like, opens up another door. We see this like small, like, one-room house kind of thing, like a small apartment. She like, gestures towards the table, like, sit down. That went deep. Like, yeah, she kind of goes into like another like, small room. She like pushes open the door. And it's like a very small room. She comes back out with like two tankards. She plops down on the table. What you see is like this fairly thick, like dark drink.
This piss water?
Yeah, she laughs. She's like, no. Why would I offer you that? This is Bugman's.
Oh shit. Bartender said they were all out.
He was all out. I'm not.
No.
Just a warning, if you haven't had it before, you may go blind.
Oh, trust me.
Normally temporary. She just
Run
takes
like-
downs it.
Ron like looks down at his legs. I think that's the least of my worries, and Ron will take light sips as he can.
Yeah, if you're purposely like sipping it, then you'll be fine. Yeah, she just like downs hers in one go and then goes and gets another one. Yeah, you can just kind of like spend an afternoon hanging out.
Yeah.
And you were
Lucky.
which she forgot to mention before. She is Skitri Iron Chest.
Skitri Iron Chest.
And it's like her eyes do seem to like ever so slightly glow. Like when there's not a lot of light around her, she's like facing towards the shadows. There's like a very slight glow in her eyes, like embers.
I'm guessing that the more she's actually at a forge, they glow.
No, it seems to be more when she's in the dark that you can actually see it. And she doesn't really go to the forge, she like hangs out in the back room.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, would Rowan try and like put a charm on or anything, or are you just hanging out?
Rowan would probably go ahead and say, you know, I'm getting quite jealous of my other party member, Alexandria. Of course, she seems to be selling herself out. I'm looking for, a magic user like myself. Doesn't really like to go ahead and sell himself short. What do you think about I went ahead and saw some ladies outside. What do you think? You think they're just, looking...
I wouldn't recommend any of them.
Uh-huh.
Most likely, no, at the very least you'll be scratching for a week.
I'm guessing they'd... Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
It's like
those
a
kind of people
beautiful-
don't stay clean for very long in Black Pit.
I see. Well, I did happen to come across this. Ron pulls out the bowl out of his black sack. Makes me immune to all diseases, so... Seems like I got the
nuts.
holy grail healer here.
And you can go nuts and don't have to worry about that stuff. Unless it's the lice.
Oh, yeah.
No protection from those.
I don't know. I mean, unless you had anybody else you'd recommend, I mean, I'm not looking exactly just for, recuperation. Might look for a relationship of sorts.
Well, if you're just looking to get the rocks off, you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
If you're a relationship, well, I'm coming to hang out, we'll see what happens.
Who knows?
The saying among dwarves, the difference between an acquaintance, between a stranger and an acquaintance is 20 years. Thankfully, I've worked with Umgi a lot, so I'm a bit short.
You know what they say about humans? You know what they say
Oh, they
about
say a lot of things about humans. You should see the books.
Well, what I say about them is they have all the bad traits of dwarves and elves put together.
How soon would May? How soon would
You
May
want to cut to
return?
black?
Oh, she did say come back in the morning when she'd have everything sorted out.
All right.
Unless you wanted to return earlier.
No, I was trying to be a cock block, but
Rowan's
considering that's
getting
going on.
some.
Mage is basically slowly turning into the biggest cockblock loot goblin.
She did specifically say if you're looking to get your rocks off, you came to the wrong place.
Yeah.
Yeah, dwarves don't tend to put out immediately.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can hang out, and when it starts to get later, she would say, I've got a guest room if you don't want to use the tavern.
I would say she is drunk, but then again, she is also a dwarf. So
She is a dwarf. Alcohol is literally a nutrition to them. They can survive on just alcohol.
yeah.
Mighty kind of
Which
you.
is, I think, my favourite thing about the in Warhammer. That they can literally subsist on just alcohol.
Ron would,
She offers you what she calls the guest room, but used to be the room of the guy who was her assistant, and he now no longer needs it. He gives you the slab that you left behind, that you left at the back. Well, actually, she would have taken it over to like a butcher who's a few doors down. And like, here you go.
Oh,
Don't
boy.
ask where the meat came from. The mystery meat.
This is RimWorld now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like took the slab of meat a few doors down, exchanged some gold with the butcher. The butcher gave her some gold, and she gave him the slab, and she came back.
Yeah. But yeah, Ron would take the back room, do some other small chatting, possibly even show her like the song of butterfly summoning, just like.
You are
You have
bitch.
you have a nice afternoon and an actual bed instead of a lump of straw.
Hold up just a moment. Hey, why are you talking about yourself like that, you fucking bitch-ass whore, Alexandria?
What?
Donates 20 bits just to call me a bitch? No. Talking about yourself. Anyway, go on ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting, but somebody decided that was a...
No worries. We're just
Somebody's
cutting.
paying you to call you a bit.
Basically, yeah, exactly that.
Still need to make Finn that special gift. Anyways, yeah. Cuts,
Will someone draw the tavern scene with Alexandria?
I mean, aren't you the one doing the fan art?
He's the one commissioning some shit.
So yeah, I think we can skip forward to the next morning. Like at some point during a hangout, she would have like gone out for a bit to like actually hire the people.
Yeah.
Yep. So that means you can take out another 2 gold if you would have went back to the tavern.
Should I also do a short rest then, or try and get a short rest in?
Yeah,
All right.
you can roll for your short rest. Yeah, you're good.
Damn.
Give me a second.
Spell slap back. Unfortunately, you can only recover 1 per short rest.
Yeah, no worries. Also,
Yeah, so unless you wanted to try and like a charm or anything on her, then yeah, nothing else really happens. You just hang out.
What the fuck? Dude, like, that's some sick shit. No.
Just
Well,
check.
Rowan's gonna go ahead and, like, make a
Rowan would opinion that probably wouldn't go over that well on a dwarf. They are pretty resistant to magic.
Yeah, and then they'd beat the shit out of me. I'd end up the meat man.
And then she has a big ass hammer.
Oh, you're gonna have them beat the meat out of you?
No, that's
I just think like he could have tried to charm her, but that would not be a good idea on a dwarf.
yeah. Want to keep it platonic and natural, and non-arcane. Alright.
So yeah, the morning comes around, and you guys. But when Mange eventually went back to the tavern, he would have found Joel hanging out there.
Mange would
Having
have
fixed
just...
his.
Mange would have probably just grunted at Joel because he barely knows him and then gone back to bed and slept.
He'd just like giving you an up nod to be like, I see you.
I notice you exist.
Then yeah, the morning comes around, and you guys, I assume, head back to Skitri's.
Yeah, we're gonna head back over. As expected.
You guys head back there, and you see Skitri and Rowan there, along with several other people. There's like several burly-looking guys. What looks like a large goblin, which Rowan would know to be a hobgoblin. Yeah, we're kind of wrapping up anyway.
Good.
Yeah, so unless anybody else wants to do anything particular, you can kind of, all the big burly guys have to like pick up various things and start carrying them as you lead them over. And when they find out they're having to go through the sewers, there's a lot of grumbling. But Skitri reminds them how much they're being paid, and they quiet down. You guys head back along the thing, and thankfully Mange did mark the way as you went. It was more so you don't get lost, but it also works the other way. So you guys head on back to the base.
Aye. Victory.
Nice.
Oh, actually, there was one other thing that I forgot to do. So as you're kind of heading out, all of you roll a perception as you're heading out of the place. I meant as you came in, but I forgot.
4 out of 10.
Can I do detection, or is it specifically perception?
Yeah. Whenever I say perception, if you have detection, then you can roll that.
Alright.
Yeah, that's yeah, so all of you hear it. But to Rowan and Alexandria, hearing this wouldn't really stand out. To Maine, just like as you're heading out early morning, you hear this weird, like, almost moaning sound, like the clinking of maybe chains, maybe a bell.
Oh, the bell.
You're gonna like look around for the source of it, and you can hear which direction it's coming from. Seems to be a decent bit away.
Mange looks off in the direction of the bell. Does he know? Does he have any idea of what it like represents right now, or just like?
Yeah, you see the fair much look over and search around. You hear another clanking. You look over to see this weird, like, 4-legged creature. It's got like this short fur. It's white with brown spots on it. It's got this like. It means it has like this bell around its neck. It's just kind of walking around. It sounds really weird. Like a.
It's a cow.
Yes, but Mange would not know what a cow is.
Is there actually a cow in the sewer?
No, this is like as you guys are leaving the black pit.
Oh.
This is right outside the town.
Yeah, it's like as you're heading out, Mange like hears that and looks over and sees this weird thing.
Yeah, so I heard
The bell.
I heard a bell and I thought it was going to be a fucking like Skaven bell.
Yeah, that's kind of like, oh, bell. You look over and you see it, but the bell does look quite shiny.
Mange is going to approach the weird creature.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna.
It's kind of there, like, yeah.
You guys take care. Enjoy.
See ya. Yeah, so Mange starts approaching. You see it kind of like you sound starts chewing on the ground.
Mange looks at the grass that it's chewing on.
It's fairly short, like it's. Well, yeah, it's fairly short, like something else, like something has been cutting it, or maybe eating it or something, but maybe this thing. Looks fairly dead around, though. There's like patches of grass. You know, they're chewing.
Mange approaches the creature even closer.
Just like looks up at you and kind of blinks.
Mange reaches for the bell.
I don't imagine you have wilderness law or anything. So just
I do.
Oh, okay. Roll a wilderness law.
Can I re-roll that?
Yeah. It's a skill and you have a reroll pool.
Fuck!
Fail, but not by as much. You kind of reach out for the bell and it like steps back.
Mange looks at it, sort of tilts his head. Actually, would it be wilderness lore or would it be animal lore?
It'd have been the same roll.
Yeah, I know. I like how I got like one success out of all those random fucking rolls. Just out of
Just
boredom.
kind of backing up and looking at you.
Mange,
No.
Mange copies the mooing sound as best he can.
Yeah, he kind of like looks at you for a second and then goes back to eating.
Mange pulls out his dagger behind his back so that I can't see it, and sort of just shoves it in the ground to dull the shiny. Like shoves it in the dirt to cover in mud or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then he pulls it back out. Pulls it back out and approaches the bell up again, which I'm assuming is on like some sort of collar or leash or something.
Yeah, it's like attached by like it's like a rope around its neck, which the bell is tied onto. Well, it's kind of looped onto it.
Mange attempts to very quickly cut said rope.
Roll either an attack roll or a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand would be dexterity, right?
Yes.
Alright, I don't actually have sleight of hand, so...
No, then it'd just be a dex. Yeah, so you go out and you quickly, like, before it can really, like, notice what you're doing, you can, like, reach out and slice it, and yeah, it goes through the rope, it does nick the cow, and it runs away. The bell drops to the floor.
Mange, quickly looks around, sees if anybody notices that he did this thing.
You see Skitri and Alex and several of the workers kind of looking over, like, what the fuck?
I just kind of clap slowly. Good
But
job.
nobody who Mange doesn't know, right? That would actually potentially care.
Nobody else seems to be paying any attention. There's like a few other people walking around, but nobody's looking in your direction.
Mange joints the bell and shoves it in his pouch and then puts his dagger away and starts following the group, whistling as best as a fucking Skaven can.
He's like, they only have lips for whistling.
Yeah, that's why it's trying to
you guys
break our immersion.
head on back, spending the day walking back along the things. And you eventually make it back to the base. And like seeing the like old like what was seemingly servants' quarters when you moved in that collapse, she kind of sets the workers to go and clean that up and like fixing up the place as best they can and setting up the forge. And then when they're done, she hands them more coins and they head on back towards the sewer. And I assume you have a bed that I can use.
A what?
A bed.
Yeah.
Is to sleep. Does Gaven do that? Gaven use beds.
Mange has best bed.
Yeah, did you?
Well, the offer still stands. You could share with me.
Mange fucking elbows Alexandria in the gut as hard as possible. She said no!
But again, not interested in that kind of thing.
Mange,
all right.
Mange is going to basically just, along with Skit, escort her to show her all of the available rooms and let her decide.
Take this one.
Alright, so she's next to Rowan.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Just gonna
Too bad
takes
he's
like
not
the first
here
room.
Yeah. So, Rowan had to back out because of something or other, but I'm assuming we're gonna call it around there.
Yeah. So the space to finish up is you have your new blacksmith moved in. Yeah, you guys
Add
will
a
get your
little bit of
level up
gold.
and some downtime. And there will be a custom downtime for this session, which I'll send to you, which will be kind of scouting out your guys and potentially getting more information about them.
Alright.
Which
Sounds
we'll
about right to me.
find out for our next session.
Thanks for watching! Now you gotta do that thing with the thumbs up and the subscribe. Oh, ring that bell. Super hard! Share this with your friends too, and watch some other videos as well. Bye-bye!